Hi, it's Eric Lee with Starfish Coaching and Designers Business Academy, coming back to you with another episode in my Business Tips for Designers series. In this episode, I'm going to be sharing with you what are the pros and cons and the differences between a residential interior design job and a commercial interior design job. So let's get right to it. Many young interior designers have asked me what is the difference between commercial projects and residential projects. And many designers actually choose to be in one or the other. And when I actually started in commercial interior design. I was doing offices, restaurants, retail design, and that was for about 5 to 7 years. Then when I opened up my own practice, I was doing residential jobs because I was doing architecture for custom residential homes. So I was doing the residential interior of it also. And let me tell you, there is a big difference. The biggest difference, of course, is the client type. Clients in commercial jobs are very different than clients in residential jobs. In residential jobs, you're dealing with someone else's private residence. They're a lot more vested in it, and they're a lot more involved. I sometimes joke and say that I'm a counselor to my clients also, because you do get into the middle of things like husband and wives that don't agree, or the eldest child wanting something different than what their parents do. So you have to be very good at managing these clients, managing their emotionality and their psychology sometimes. Of course, the benefit of that is that you get very tight with them and you build this great bond with your clients. Commercial clients, on the other hand, they're less vested. What they really care about is, can I open up in time and will it meet the budget? Because it's all about the bottom dollar when you get to business. So essentially, that's the difference for client type. And because of that difference, you're going to get a few other differences. For instance, project timeline. So commercial jobs are going to be much faster. The deadlines are going to be much tighter. Residential jobs, on the other hand, because the client's so vested, they can be changing their mind like 10, 20 times. So the project drags on and on. And now the budget for residential jobs, it could vary. Again, it's their own personal residence, so they're very vested in it. It may be their last house ever. So they want to make sure that they're doing it right. And the problem with a lot of clients is that they can't visualize it. So sometimes you'll actually have to kind of build it up. They get the sense of the space, and then they still make changes. So the budgets will fluctuate a lot more in a residential job, typically speaking, than a commercial job where the bottom dollar counts. Between commercial jobs and residential jobs, I would say that overall, you can probably have a bit more fun and push the envelope in design with commercial jobs, especially if you're doing funky spaces like a restaurant or hospitality like a boutique hotel, right? Those you can have a lot of fun with it. So if you're a designer that likes to challenge yourself and likes to be very avant-garde with design, commercial jobs are great. Residential jobs, you can still do that, but it does take a higher budget job, a custom home, maybe like a luxury custom home. And even within that, the spaces are fairly typical. Maybe the powder room is where you can have a bit more fun and be out there, but bedrooms are bedrooms and kitchens are kitchens. So there's less out of the box thinking when it gets to residential jobs. Okay, so the final difference with commercial jobs and residential jobs is that as a designer, for myself at least, I really want to show my work. It's almost like an art piece, right? That you want everyone to see. That's going to be harder with a residential job. Commercial jobs, if it's a restaurant, if it's a public space that you design, you can easily have your friends, family, clients, anyone go in there and just say, hey, go check it out. That was my work. And there's a personal satisfaction to that versus a residential home. Someone's living in it. Once the job's done, they're moving in it. And it's hard to just say, hey, friends, go by there and check it out, knock on the door and just walk in. That's difficult. So that is maybe a small factor for many, but me as an artist, I personally like the fact that when I design a restaurant, I can tell people that, hey, I designed that, and they know, yeah, I was there. So there's that commonality, and there's a bit of that kind of showcase that you can have with commercial jobs. All right, so I hope that video helps you break down a little bit about the difference with a commercial job and a residential job. If you're thinking about it for yourself, you're new in the industry, you don't know what to expect, this will really help you, and it also helps you to pick a niche. I have another video that talks about niches and why it's important, so you can check it out there. If this video has helped you, please hit the like button and subscribe button if you haven't yet, and pass this video on to other colleagues that you think can benefit from this. I'm Eric Lee, and I can turbocharge your success.